Where are we with the AFC North? Our friends over at PointsBet Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of NBC Sports, gives us our current odds. So Baltimore still the favorite. Now entering the week, they were minus 167. Now they're minus 150. So still the favorite, not by quite as much. Cincinnati was plus 190. They lose, so another plus 220. And then you have Cleveland and Pittsburgh there, the two long shots. So I think, what was it? Last week we went through it.
Yeah.
And the Bengals' schedule was, we thought, the hardest.
The hardest, no
down
doubt.
the stretch here.
Yes.
So
I mean, Ravens isn't. None of them are that easy. They all got tough schedules. You know, you look at the Steelers. They got the Vikings, the Titans, the Chiefs, the Browns, the Ravens. Right. So that's not going to be easy. We know that. You know, when we get to the Browns, just to read it out so we could talk it out.
Yeah.
The Browns, got the Ravens who are going to be pissed off. Then they got the Raiders, the Packers, the Steelers, the Bengals. So, hey, this thing is totally up for grabs still. I mean, it really is when I look at it. I can't sit here and tell you that I look at one team to go, oh, wow, they got the advantage. You know my thought about Cleveland? There's a ton of talent there to turn it around.
You think they could still do it?
I do. It's 6-6. They get to play the Ravens, again. Yes. They get to play Cincinnati one more time, right? Yeah, at the end of the year, the last game of the year, they play the Cincinnati and Cleveland play each other. So I do think they can still do it. I do. I tend, again, like I will say last week, I haven't wavered. I tend to favor the Cincinnati Bengals. I do. Them and Baltimore. That's the two teams I would go with still at this point.
Yeah.
Again, I look at Cincinnati and when they're at their best, to me, like what we saw against the Steelers last week or the Raiders the week before that, to me, they look like the most complete team when they play their best, don't make some mistakes. I understand, listen, everybody's going to make mistakes. I get that. But when it's their A-plus game, I think they look like the best team in the AFC North. But again, they're still young. They don't know how to play. They're not necessarily battle-tested. They're getting better in those departments, and they make mistakes like we see yesterday that cost them, certainly.
So my worry with Cincinnati would be the finger of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we need to get into that a little bit.
So tell me about that.
Yeah.
So because I think
finger?
that would affect my bet here. If this information is going to affect my bet. If I'm going to put money on the Bengals, I need to know that Joe Burrow is going to be able to bounce back.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, and listen, he's a well, you know what? I'm gonna look this up just to make sure I got this right too. Pinky finger, of course, very important. All right, it is. It's not like the most important.
It seems like it's just the one on the end. They get rid of it. It almost seems like at some point in the game, Joe Burrow wanted to take that finger off.
Well, it's a control thing. I'm double checking on my grip because I'm pretty sure he's an under. As far as the pinky goes under the laces, and here we go. I got a picture.
As opposed to on the laces.
As opposed to on the laces, exactly right.
He's he could be an under the laces guy.
He's 2 and under 5, like this, right? Right.
Oh, so he's under the laces. He's got the only finger on it would be the ring finger.
The ring finger, and to me, that grip there, lends it to a little more pressure on the pinky. Right, because you got to press, you got nothing gripping it. So to me, it's a lot of pressure on this ring finger and then that pinky finger.
So most important finger is the ring finger.
I would say without a doubt.
Yes.
Ring finger followed by, I'm going to say the thumb.
Oh, okay.
All right, because the thumb is, if you can't really grip and squeeze with the thumb, wow, you got to lay the ball in your hand. You're kind of going to lose control. There's no way you're going to be quite the same.
Right.
So I would say that, followed by the pointer finger probably being the next one. The middle finger is the one I feel like you can get away with maybe more than any of the other ones, all right? But pinky, hey, nonetheless, whether it's broken, dislocated, that's going to be a difference too. He's going to have to deal with pain when he releases the football. That's where it's going to bother him because when you throw the ball and you let your hand go limp, right? That's where it's really going to bother you. And then really he's just we're going to see, can he really grip the ball? Can he squeeze it and control it the way he wants to? He's a naturally gifted thrower. I'm sure he'll be able to toy with it. But, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I can't give you a hard answer.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a pain in the ass here down the stretch for sure.
We don't really know right now.
No,
right?
we don't.
We'll know a little bit later today, and you may know listening to this already because Zach Taylor's going to talk to the media today about that pinky finger. But, I mean.
Read his lips.
Yeah.
When he was on the sidelines.
Whose lips?
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
After the strip sack, he's on there, and he does say, I don't know if I broke it. So it wasn't sure. Mm-hmm. And to me, that would be well, then maybe you didn't dislocate it. I never saw him, coming off with And a break, of course, would be.
It could be both, right?
Well, if it's broken, it's going to really affect your ability to squeeze the ball. Like, if it's dislocated, it might hurt when you squeeze the ball, but you'll be able to do it.
But he was able to still play and still throw some lasers out there.
He did. He threw some good balls. He had some ones that were kind of not. They're a little underwhelming too. Yeah. He'll get it done. But I think it will affect him down the stretch. I do.
Right, so that's something to watch. Yep. Joe Burrow, if you're going to bet on the AFC North and the Cincinnati Bengals. And if you're going to bet with PointsBet, you should do that right now because they're basically, Chris, giving away free money.
Yeah, they are. Free money. Sign me up, okay?
Okay.
If you are in an eligible state, PointsBet has an exclusive sign-up offer for Unbuttoned listeners that you can't miss. Download the PointsBet app. Use code UNBUTTONED. UNBUTTONED, lowercase or uppercase, okay? And to sign, all right, so let me read that line again. Yeah. Download the PointsBet app, use code UNBUTTONED to sign up.
Yep.
Bet $1 on any NFL game and get $125 in free bets.
What?
If a point is scored.
One point?
That's right. $1, $325. Sounds good to me. Don't just bet this football season. Live your bet life with PointsBet.
And we got to hang out with Jay Croucher, the head of trading from PointsBet,
on
our show last night, Sunday Night Football Final on Peacock. He has the deepest Australian voice I've ever heard.
Oh.
I think of all the Australian voices, not that they're not deep.
Yeah.
His is the deepest.
Yeah, well, no, he does. He has a deep voice. And then it's Australian, which makes it like the accent even thicker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the first few times I did it on videos with him, and he said a few things, I wanted to be like, huh? Say again? What?
Yeah. Don't do that. You don't need to do that voice. You go, you don't need to do that voice. He's like, that is my voice. So he was in here giving us some insight on the Monday night game that we'll use when we talk about that coming up here in a little bit. So get over to PointsBet. Get your $125 free right now.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.